Welcome to another episode of A Day in the Life of an Interpreter. Today, we'll dive deeper into consecutive interpreting. In consecutive interpreting, also known as listen and talk or turn taking, the interpreter listens attentively to the speaker's message and delivers it in the target language after the speaker pauses. The interpreter is responsible for managing the flow of communication while ensuring they do not control or alter the content. They ensure the message remains faithful to the original, preserving the meaning, tone, and style. This mode requires a broad vocabulary in both languages, strong short-term memory, and efficient note-taking skills. About note-taking. Interpreters' notes include symbols, abbreviations, and doodles. Notes are not word-for-word transcriptions, but serve as a memory aid. Each interpreter develops their own note-taking technique, often incorporating mnemonic strategies to ensure accuracy and consistency in their delivery. Both simultaneous and consecutive interpreting can also involve a team, particularly for American Sign Language and spoken language sessions. Team interpreting is used when the duration of the assignment is long, the topic is complex, or you need another language interpreter to bridge in because more than one language is needed in the session. Where and when is consecutive interpreting used? It is used in healthcare settings, legal settings, community liaison or travel interpretation, in team interpreting, escort interpreting, and business meetings, depending on the goals and the setting. Interpreters may be provided with some information ahead of time, such as documents, presentations, or brochures. However, in certain settings, the interpreter may only have some context, such as patient notes from previous appointments. When is a consecutive mode used in the medical setting? In the medical setting, consecutive interpreting is the preferred mode in most scenarios, including consultations, medical visits from intake to discharge, diagnosis delivery, treatment plan instructions, family consultations, and mental health support. In addition to mastering the techniques necessary for accurate and effective delivery, interpreters also follow specific practices to avoid confusion. To maintain clarity, interpreters use the first person when conveying the words of the original speaker. For example, instead of saying, "she said," the interpreter will say, "I said," or "I am saying." When referring to themselves, interpreters use the third person. For instance, instead of saying, "I need to say something," the interpreter would say, "This is the interpreter speaking." Medical interpreters need to be adaptable, culturally aware, and capable of handling a wide range of topics. In healthcare settings, consecutive interpreting requires thorough training, not only because of specialized medical terminology, but also due to the ethical standards and cultural competence required in medicine. Interpreters must have a deep understanding of medical communication and practices to ensure clear and accurate support for patients and healthcare providers. In healthcare settings, interpreters make decisions based on the values of their profession, ethical codes, and the potential outcomes of their actions. Key values such as fidelity, beneficence, respect for patients' dignity, and cultural sensitivity guide how interpreters approach each situation, ensuring effective communication and promoting trust and respect in healthcare interactions. These decisions are focused on achieving the best possible outcomes for both patients and healthcare providers.